Well, it's been about a week, I think even 2 weeks since the last Abyss build. I promised you guys I wouldn't do one for a little while, and enough time has passed. I'm back on the Abyss, and this time I started playing Great Axe and Musket with it. Now, this wasn't just a random pick. There was a bit of thought that went into this. My idea is you combo the Great Axe's excellent melee burst with the Musket trap and the Musket grenade, and you can trap people in some super nasty damage. But that wasn't the big thing that I wanted from this build. The big thing I was looking for was the incredible amount of lifesteal that you can have on a setup like this. I mean, almost every single ability that I have on this build can heal you, minus the power shot from Musket. All the Great Axe skills are going to pull some health out, and the grenade, if you're running the perk, will pull some health out too, but unfortunately, I don't have the grenade perk in my current setup, so I'm missing that little bit of healing, and I don't even have the execute perk on my axe. Instead, I have it on a piece of gear. But anyway, when I took this guy into practice, it actually worked a lot better than I thought it would. The big thing I was worried about was the lack of damage on Musket, especially since we're building intel with it, but yeah, the combos really make up for that, but this is kind of a melee ranged Musket build, so I felt like it benefited a lot from running a little bit more hit points as well. And there you see that beautiful trap. Oh my god, he steps right into it. And all of the lifesteal that this build has just allows you to keep on fighting with it. And this guy turns around. I get him with the Reap. Again, just so much health pulled out. He dodges the execute, so he manages to escape there, and the Fire Mage comes in, and he drops down his meteor shower. And there I actually do connect an explosion on that bomb. I think it just killed the pylon from that guy's ice gauntlet, but that's okay. I just keep fencing with the range player. I see another player coming behind. I right away just jump on top of him, but he ignores me, so I decide to leave him alone. I don't need more attention than we already have here. And I throw the grenade. I do manage to stick him with it. There is the Reap, and I love that combo, the Reap into the grenade explosion, because you can hit them with the Reap just before the grenade explosion goes off. So even if they're used to timing that dodge, you can catch people by surprise with it and force them to eat that combo. And here you can see this build, weirdly, I find benefits a lot from throwing that grenade on the ground like your traps and just kind of using it to zone people out. And these guys put a lot of pressure on me. Eventually, just too many range show up. And down I go. Now, moving on to the next fight. Still hanging out in OPR. Honestly, all these clips in OPR. I love the trap. I managed to catch him with it right away, and there's the grenade explosion. And then I hit him with the gap closer on the axe to do a lot of damage, but I sit next to him for just a moment. I take a ton of damage, but look at that crazy amount of lifesteal. Just like that, right back up to full health. And that's the thing that I find with this build. If you can hold your ground, if you get someone to step in that trap, you can steal so much health from them. There I try to land the Great Axe into the Reap. Unfortunately, he goes into his Berserk on the Hatchet, so I'm not going to be able to get the pull there. And he stops and turns a little bit. Once he's in the healing circle, I get some decent damage with the Musket. Running Power Shot on this build, honestly, I think the Powder Burn would probably be the better way to go, especially if I had the Crippling Powder Burn perk, because I'm trying to run as much utility on the Musket with this build as possible. But Power Shot is always nice. That extra little bit of damage on the Burst Shot can really save you. And this guy here just chasing down a friendly. I try to get on top of him with the Great Axe. Kind of awkward. I think he was caught in like a weird immobilized there. I throw my trap down, and I think he stepped in that one behind me, so it buys me a little bit of distance here. There's the heavy attack into the Reap. Huge damage on this guy. He tries to roll away. He blows his stamina. I blow mine to get away from the axe player, and I managed to make that gap closer just in time. The Greatsword guy right on my tail. And here we can use that trap speed. The trap goes down, and that freaking lifesteal, man. Oh my god, just like that, I'm up to 3/4 health from being in a pretty bad spot. I love that combo. I pull him into the grenade on the ground with the Reap, and his Hatchet actually saves him there. So much damage, though. And then, unfortunately, these guys just stick to me like glue, and yeah, I'm still learning this build defensively. It is a little bit on the tricky side to get used to, but when those combos land, man, so much damage on this guy. I ended up missing the initial combo, but we could have got the Reap with the grenade nice and clean there. Yeah, that's just beautiful damage on it. And then again, this guy's not looking. I throw the grenade, go for the Power Shot, and there's that heavy attack, the grenade explosion, and the execute. Oh my god, that guy died so quickly. Such a clean combo with the grenade. And yeah, moving on to the next fight. Again, hanging out in OPR, I'm one-on-one against this guy on the flag. Another enemy player comes in. You can see I get excellent damage with the Reap. And this is where I really feel like the lifesteal on a build like this is so good, because you can turn around fights like that. People try to trade with you, and you end up dealing way more damage to them and healing away all the damage that you do. Oh my god, I just love it. I love this build. So much healing power. Very, very interesting to play, especially since shirking heals is nerfed as of this morning. So I am pretty excited to play a little bit more life-stealing heavy builds. I feel like, especially with today's PvP meta, you need as much healing power as possible. So even with the nerf, I would still run shirking heals. I still recommend that you guys run shirking heals if you have it. But yeah, I think this patch, guys, try to pack as much healing power as possible. It makes a big difference. Anyway, enjoy this last clip. Thank you so much, everybody, just for tuning in and watching. If you have an awesome clip you want to see in the New World Top 5, you can send that to Kristofer at pvpnewworld.com. Check out my website, pvpnewworld.com, for a bunch of written guides to a ton of different PvP builds. And I'll be sharing this one in the very near future for you guys too. And if you want to catch me live, there's a link to my Twitch down below. A big thank you to our sponsor, ExpressVPN. They can help keep you safe on the internet. You guys can get a deal with them thanks to the link down below. And as always, a massive thank you to all of my patrons on Patreon for supporting the show. Thank you, everybody, just for tuning in and watching. I hope that you enjoyed. Let me know what you think about these weird builds. I really wanted to get that big heal off, but unfortunately, in practice, it didn't work as well as I wanted it to, but maybe I'll get one in the gameplay later. Thank you guys again for watching. Have a great night, and I'll see you next time.